So Adam's off again, Andrew. Adam's off again, so it's me and you on Thursday News. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing? Look at these nice new spectacles you've got.
Yeah, nice new glasses. It's got that weird, like, you know, that phase where you get the new prescription, and it's sort of the same in my right eye, but my left eye's changed, so everything's a bit like...
It's like a fish bowl.
Yeah, but you know, thank you very much. They're all right. They're fun, but I like your glasses too, mate.
Oh, give up these old things.
Beer glasses.
These old things. That's what they want on a Thursday morning, Sam.
Let's take a look at all the headlines. Shawn Michaels makes a shock appearance on NXT, and have they teased a match with Adam Cole? An AEW star has been injured on Dynamite. And some juicy details about AEW running a WrestleMania week house show. Find out more in a bit. So last night on NXT, a WWE Hall of Famer made a shocking appearance, Andrew. Who was it?
Oh, it was It was HBK himself, Sam.
Yeah, that's right. So Shawn came out, just to run it down here, to reveal that Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar will now be a ladder match to unify the Cruiserweight Championship. While Devlin and Escobar were going face to face, Michaels just came down to the ring, got a ladder, just slid it in, and then just buggered off without saying a word. What do you think of this, Andrew?
I am all down for this. Obviously, I feel like this is a little homage to Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels themselves unifying the IC belt at WrestleMania 10, so I think that's really good. I like this sort of NXT and NXT UK coming together to do this and prove who's the one true cruiserweight.
Dog.
Yeah, the one true cruiserweight champion to rule them all. And I mean, it's just nice to see Shawn Michaels on TV. Just like that alone made me pop. Just seeing his Tron come up and like the music and everything felt special. Even if it was just a brief moment, I enjoyed it.
It could be more than a brief moment, couldn't it? Because while people are excited about him coming down and sliding the ladder in the ring and walking off without saying a word in a very cool, sexy boy fashion, what happened afterwards is what's got people excited a little bit more. Shawn Michaels he's moving backstage and comes face to face with Adam Cole. Ooh. And the two have a little face-off. They just sort of look at each other, and they're heavily teasing a thing here, aren't they? Shawn has said so much that he regrets the coming out of retirement for that match in Saudi Arabia. And oh my God, could you imagine? Oh.
I would be very happy about that. Obviously, online, there's lots of speculation. Not lots of speculation. Online, a lot of people always seem to compare Shawn Michaels and Adam Cole in a similar light. And I think them two together would be great. I mean, Shawn is old. That's always the thing, isn't it? When an older superstar comes back and is like, I'm going to get back in the ring, it's like, is that a good idea? But I think if anybody could get something good out of Shawn Michaels, it'd be Adam Cole. Like, Adam Cole always brings out the best in literally every single opponent he's in the ring with.
100%, 100%. But I have but one request.
Go on.
And that's that Shawn grows the hair back out for that match.
Have you seen it?
Do it.
Under the hat, it looked like it was growing out a little bit, Sam. You could be onto something.
But yeah, stay tuned for any updates around this situation. If anything develops in the future, we will, of course, let you all know. Next up, there's news out of last night's AEW Dynamite, where a popular star has been injured. Do you want to give us a rundown about what happened there, Andrew?
Yeah, so it was a TNT title match between Darby Allin and John Silver on AEW Dynamite last night, and it seems as though poor John Silver in the match. It was an incredible match, by the way. Like, I can't praise John Silver enough for just how good he is, and Darby Allin as well. Like, they're both phenomenal. But it seems as though John Silver has dislocated his shoulder through the match. It was a weird one. It was It looked as though Silver did a DDT at one point and he landed on his arm. It looked a bit dodgy, and he was favouring the arm. But I think it might have been perhaps. There's a Canadian Destroyer at the end that Darby Allin hits on John Silver, and the way that John Silver lands, his arm is in a very not a nice position. He comes down. It's the end of the match, and then I think after the match, Darby cuts a promo and was like, "Yeah, John Silver, amazing opponent, but yes, he was working through that with a dislocated, separated shoulder or something, I think it was. And
well,
not good for him, especially because John Silver's just been on the up and up, just on the rise for so long now, and I think he really deserves a shot. I'd love to see him with that belt, Sam. I'd love to see him with that belt.
I think his day's definitely on the horizon. But he took himself to Twitter last night in order to confirm the news of the shoulder damage. And he wrote, "Came up short tonight. Shoulder is messed up. Doctor doesn't think it's too serious, but I'll keep everyone updated once I know." So, our thoughts are out with John Silver right now. We hope he can return to the ring soon. And just go on, just get better, mate. Get better. Go on, you can do it. You can do it, Johnny. You can do it. So, WWE, as we know, are going to have fans at this year's WrestleMania, and that left a lot of people wondering what that would mean for the Thunderdome following that event. Well, it appears, Andrew, that the Thunderdome is going to live on.
It does indeed, Sam. So, we have a WWE press release, and they have said WWE will bring its world-class viewing experience, WWE Thunderdome, to the Youngling Center as it remains in Tampa with a new residency starting with the Monday Night Raw on April the 12th. So that's obviously following WrestleMania. So they are moving themselves to a new place. And I checked online as well, and it seems that the Youngling Center, a little less capacity, a little less than the Amway Center that they're in at the moment now. And to me, personally, that makes a little bit of sense, given that, if you've not got a crowd, if you've not got fans in the Thunderdome, it makes sense to sort of downscale a little bit. Well, maybe that cuts costs a little bit as well.
Last week on SmackDown, when Big E went looking for Apollo Crews, he hops in a little golf cart and went driving through the back of the arena. And it's just 3/4 of this cavernous, empty, aircraft hangar looking thing. And I was like, wow, they've got all that space.
Yeah, exactly.
But essentially, the move to the Youngling Center continues WWE's long-standing relationship with the state of Florida, and it marks the next phase of the WWE Thunderdome, which launched to critical acclaim last August at Amway Center in Orlando, and has continued over the past 4 months at Tropicana Field in Tampa. Youngling Center sits on the campus of one of Florida's largest universities, the University of South Florida. How is Full Sail gonna feel? Also, WWE has history here. When it was called the Sundome, it hosted Saturday night's main event for the first time in 1985 and the 1995 Royal Rumble. So, hopefully they'll make something of that.
They will. Yeah. Make some new memories in there. Come on.
It's one of the highest honors you can receive in the world of wrestling. We're talking, of course, now about the WWE Hall of Fame. And there have been 2 new inductees announced, haven't there, Andrew?
Oh, there have. Are you excited, Sam? Are you excited for this?
I'm so hyped.
Because we have the man himself, the big flame boy. Boo-wee-oo-wee-oo-wee-oo, boo.
He's right behind you.
Whoa, there he is. There's the boy. We have Kane being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And let's not forget as well, Sam. Let's not forget the big one right here. Literally the biggest of the big ones.
Yes.
The Great Khali as well.
Yes, Great Khali, of course, most famous for appearing on A Very Wrestling Christmas.
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Nice. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame, of course. But Kane was actually surprised by Undertaker on the bump, apparently. I don't know if it was an actual... We were sort of talking about it, and it was like, well, surely he had to know that he was going to go. But then it's like, maybe they just told him to come along, and then...
I watched the video, and he genuinely just, he's shocked by it. He doesn't believe it to start with, and you can tell in his body language and the way he's like, are you actually being serious about this? It feels like he had no idea this was happening, and he gets really emotional. It's really nice because this dude has been he had to go through a lot, didn't he? Isaac Yankem, fake Diesel, and then he lands on Kane, and then he's just got gold. He's got gold.
That's it. Yeah.
And to have The Undertaker induct him into the Hall of Fame as well, that's going to be special. That's going to be really special.
It's going to be interesting because it'll be that first big break in front of an audience for The Undertaker. That first big sort of, unless he's going to stand there and be like, "Rested," and all that stuff. But that's going to be interesting. But of course, Kane's going in. But what everybody's here for is stories about Punjabi prison match and everything from Great Khali.
Of course. Yep. How do you get that chop, son? How do you do it, pal?
How do you squeeze Ray's head until it pops? And finally, it's been revealed that AEW are going to be running a house show on WrestleMania week. What do you think of that, Andrew?
Cheeky. Well, we've got the deets. So apparently on Wednesday, AEW announced that they'll run a house show at Daly's Palace in Jacksonville, Florida on Friday, April the 9th, which is during WrestleMania weekend. And in the work chat, I didn't think about this before. I was just like, okay, that's fair enough. We've got a lot of shows that happen on WrestleMania week and weekend and stuff, like Collective and everything like that. But Tom made a really good point in the works chat that was like, with the difference between Jacksonville and Tampa, which is where obviously SmackDown is being filmed with the Thunderdome and stuff, there's only 3 hours distance between them, travel. And if you can't attend SmackDown because obviously the Thunderdome, they don't have people in the Thunderdome there, you could just be like, do you know what? Well, I'll just get myself in car, 3 hours drive, go and watch AEW. Like, that just seems like such a clever business decision to me, that they've obviously, I don't think it's a coincidence, they've obviously thought about this and been like, oh, cheeky.
I mean, as you said, it's just one of those things in which WrestleMania week tends to bring out a lot of shows, but this in particular is going to be very interesting because, you know, AEW are the real competition here. This is sort of, you know, one against the other, I guess. But, it's not like, you know, they're going head-to-head, really, or anything. It's a house show. It's just going to be interesting to see where things stack up. Just really quickly, though, Andrew, before we go, wasn't RVD also announced for the Hall of Fame?
Wait, what? I'm not sure. I know he's got his Icons thing. He's got his Icons documentary coming out. So I feel like something could be on the...
Let me just double check.
I'll do the theme song whilst you check.
There you go. It's rumoured, is it? I must have sort of photoshopped. Well, thank you very much to Owen for clearing that.
Yeah, Owen came in there. One of a kind!
Leave yourself in.
Owen,
anyway.
effing Mawson coming in with a save there.
On that note, we will let you all get on with your day. Stay tuned for any more wrestling news as it breaks throughout the day. We will have your back. I've been Sam. He's been Andrew. And as always, stay safe. And we'll see you soon.